Russia-Ukraine updates. Russian-backed official dies after being shot. Occupation official Vitaly Gura died after an assassination attempt, Russian-backed authorities and media reported. Meanwhile, 4 more ships set sail from Ukraine's ports, loaded with food. Follow DW for the latest. Vitaly Gura, the deputy head of the Russian occupation administration in the city of Nova Kakhovka in the Kherson region, died after an assassination attempt, Russian-appointed representatives said. Katerina Gubareva, a spokesperson for Russian-backed authorities, confirmed Gura had succumbed to his injuries, on Telegram. Vladimir Leontyev, the Russian-backed head of the Kakhovka district administration, told Russisan state-run Interfax that Gura was shot with an automatic weapon as he was going to work on Saturday morning. Russian-held Nova Kakhovka is located 80 kilometers, 50 miles, east of the city of Kherson along the Dnieper River. Several officials appointed by Moscow in the region have become targets for assassination in recent months. Since Russia took the Kherson region and part of Zaporizhia, occupation officials have launched a policy of Russification in what could be seen as preparations for Russia to annex the regions. Moscow has introduced the ruble as currency and begun a policy of handing out passports. Some residents have reportedly been abducted or suffered other abuses. Ukraine's army is attempting to retake Kherson, the city of 290,000 people, pushing a counteroffensive in recent weeks and making up ground but not yet managing to pierce through Russian lines. Here are the other main headlines from the war in Ukraine on August. 4 ships carrying food sail from Ukrainian ports. 4 cargo ships full of 160,000 tons of corn and other foods departed from Black Sea ports in Ukraine, officials in Ukraine and Turkey said. Grain exports from Ukraine are being managed and supervised by the Joint Coordination Center in Istanbul, which is staffed by Turkish, Ukrainian and Russian officials. Last month, the UN and Turkey helped broker the deal amid UN warnings of famine in regions of the world where food shortages are already acute and the reliance of the population on food aid is greatest. The halt in grain shipments from Ukraine sent food prices soaring worldwide. Prior to Russia's invasion of Ukraine on February 24, the two countries together combined accounted for nearly 1/3 of global wheat exports. Late Saturday, the Joint Coordination Center authorized the departure of 5 ships through the Black Sea. 4 vessels were given permission to sail from Chornomorsk and Odessa and 1 was granted authorization to make its way to Ukraine. Turkey's Ministry of Defense said the ships departing from Ukraine include Glory, loaded with 66,000 tons of corn, that is headed for Istanbul, and the Riva Wind with 44,000 tons of corn traveling to Iskenderun, Turkey. The other 2 ships are the Star Helena with 45,000 tons of meal bound for China and the Mustafa Nekati with 6,000 tons of sunflower oil destined for Italy. UK intelligence update points to high cost of war for Russia. In its daily morning defense intelligence briefing, the UK pointed to the high cost of war for Russia's armed forces, as evidenced by the dismissal of at least 6 senior defense officials since the war began. The commanders of Russia's eastern and western military districts have highly likely lost their commands, UK defense officials have said. These dismissals are compounded by at least 10 Russian generals killed on the battlefield in Ukraine. The cumulative effect on consistency of command is likely contributing to Russian tactical and operational difficulties, UK intelligence concludes. More on the war in Ukraine. DW looks at whether the war in Ukraine is really at a turning point as Ukraine looks towards retaking Kherson. Turkey will pay for some Russian gas in rubles following a meeting between the leaders of the two countries in Sochi.